Now, the depreciation for the buildings for the year. So land and buildings are 975,000 minus the land of 150,000. You don't depreciate land. And that gave us buildings of 825,000 at 2%, which is 16,500. That's the depreciation on the land and buildings for the year. Now let's bring that into the accounts. And we go debit depreciation buildings in the P&L 16,500, credit accumulated depreciation buildings in the balance sheet 16,500. So when we go to the balance sheet, then we'll have land and buildings 975 minus accumulated depreciation of 16,500. That's the way it will look. Now we go to the next adjustment, number 8, and let's have a look at this now. This was also quite difficult. A cheque received from a debtor for 5,600 had been dishonoured by the bank. The debtor has been declared bankrupt and has made a credit transfer of first and final payment of 30 cents for every €1 owed. Now, so the first thing we have to do is we are now going to reverse the money that went into the bank. Credit the bank at the balance sheet 5,600. Increase the debtors by 5,600. So that's the dishonouring of the cheque. Now we got money in. We received in 5,600 at 30 cents, which is 1680. So there you'll see the 1680 going into the bank. Debit the bank 1680. Credit the debtors 1680. We're reducing our debtors. The rest of it is bad. So if you go 5,600 minus the 1680 gives me a bad debt of 3920. And there we take it into the accounts. We go debit bad debts in the P&L 3920, credit debtors in the balance sheet 3920. The next part of the adjustment then was number 2 here. A direct debit to a local refuse company for 860 had not been recorded in the company's accounts. So that was just something that was just omitted. So again, we have to reduce the bank. We credit the bank. Number 8, look at it there. We credit the bank in the balance sheet 860. We debit salaries and general expenses 860 in the profit and loss account. And the last part of this then, we look at number 3, a cheque for fees of 2,500 issued to a director had not yet been presented for payment by the 31st of the 12th, 2018. We do nothing there. We've done nothing wrong. All that has happened is we have written the cheque, we've accounted for it properly, he just hasn't presented it at the bank.